If you've been dealing with HighLevel, you've probably heard about automations and workflows and things like that inside of HighLevel, but one of the biggest and the best automations that HighLevel offers anyone is actually called the SaaS Configurator. Now, you don't know about the SaaS Configurator unless you're on the Agency Pro plan, but this video, I want to show you why the SaaS Configurator is such a powerful automation tool and why, in my opinion, everybody should update to the SaaS Pro plan to be able to take advantage of the SaaS Configurator, because without it, you really are not going to get the level of automation and scalability in your business. So what I like to do is just kind of go over and offer a few things about the SaaS Configurator, in my opinion, why it's the best automation tool, what it can actually do, what benefits do you get from it, and really, why should you update to the Agency Pro plan to get this thing? Now, before we begin, I want to sit back and at least help you understand there are three pricing models with HighLevel. There's a starter plan at $97 that offers 3 business accounts in it, and I recommend it to small businesses who just run their own software or people just getting started who are not in the digital service business or have no other previous clients. Now, once you get started and you get 2 customers, you can upgrade to the unlimited plan, which is $297. Now, with this plan, you do get unlimited sub accounts, so you can have as many clients as you want. You can charge them whatever you want. That's completely up to you, but I don't like the unlimited plan myself, because it requires too much manual intervention in this particular plan. If somebody buys something from you, buys one of your packages or goes to your website and buys a service package, I'm going to show you on my site how I do it and how mine is set up. I'm going to show you all that kind of stuff, and so you could do the same thing with yours. But one of the things I don't like about the unlimited plan is just, yes, it gives you unlimited clients, but a lot of things are manual. If somebody buys a software package from you, there's no automation with getting their account set up. For the most part, the SaaS Pro plan at $497, that's what it was built for. HighLevel built that plan so that companies can scale without even having to do anything, because the level of automation of what the SaaS Configurator does in and of itself is pretty awesome for just $200 a month. Literally, if you get 2 customers, just 2, in HighLevel, you should be making enough money to cover at least your costs with the HighLevel Agency Pro plan. Now, besides the SaaS Configurator, which is one of the biggest automation tools, again, in my opinion, that HighLevel has, you also get the ability to do rebilling, meaning you're able to take what HighLevel charges you and upcharge your customers, even if it's a little bit. Even if you charge 20, 30, 50, you can even charge 100, 500% more if you wanted to, and make money from each one of those for services like emails and phone calls and texts every single month. And that comes out to be literally thousands and sometimes tens of thousands of dollars per month, depending upon the number of clients that you have. But again, the SaaS Pro, or often called the Agency Pro, the $497 is where you get the SaaS Configurator and all the automation plans. This is where all the billing is handled for you, meaning once a person signs up, they put their credit card in. Their credit card gets billed every month, not only for the subscription plan, but for all the usage, meaning all the charges that they acquire from sending emails and text messages. All that stuff is completely done for you. So right now, this right here for $200 is well worth it to just handle the accounting of everybody and charge their credit card and get that money every single month. So now that I said that, I just at least wanted to help you understand the plans and then what you get on each plan. Now, by the way, little plug here. If you are looking to sign up for HighLevel or even looking to upgrade from the starter or the unlimited plan to Agency Pro, there is a 30-day free trial link, and that I do have an upgrade link in there as well that you can upgrade, and you get all of my bonuses and you get personal access to me to help you set this up for the SaaS Configurator and anything else that you need for your business. Now, if you take a look over here on the left-hand side, I'm at the agency view. Right now, if you don't have the Agency Pro, you don't have this SaaS Configurator menu option. So this right here, again, let me help you understand what the SaaS Configurator does. And let's just walk through. If you had a website and you wanted to sell products on your website, like SaaS products, and you wanted to have their accounts automatically created, you wanted to have just everything automatically set up, you want to have the security for that person already set up, you want to have the login credentials for that person set up, you want to have those credentials emailed over to them so that if they sign up on a Saturday morning at 7 o'clock in the morning, nobody's going to be in your office to sit back and get this account set up until Monday. But right now, if you had the Agency Pro and somebody signed up at Saturday at 7 o'clock on your website, here are the 2 plans that I have. I have an AI services and a reputation management review automation service. So these are the 2 plans that people could sign up for. So let's just say Saturday at 7 o'clock and somebody says, hey, I want to do, maybe you've done marketing, you've done social media posts, you've driven traffic to your site, and somebody goes, okay, I like all of these features that you get here, everything that you get, so I'm going to go ahead and click on sign up. Now, this is going to take you over to your order form. So right now, I'll move on here, but this right here should have some products on here from this. So here, if you take a look at the website, and I'm going to go to the pricing tab right here, which is where people would go. And somebody wanted to come here, and again, Saturday morning, 7 o'clock, they click on here and wanting to buy review automation. They come here and say, okay, this is all the stuff you get. This is great. I've seen all your marketing. I want to move forward. They put in their company information. They sit back and buy it for $247 per month. They click on their credit card information, complete their order. Then what? Now, I just want to let you know, if you have this plan right here, first of all, you could do this with the starter and the unlimited plan. I just want to be completely upfront with you. You can do the same website. You could sell the same product and have everything, but you wouldn't be able to have the account automatically created. That right there is something that the SaaS Configurator does. You would have to do something like create a workflow that would in turn sit back and detect the sale of the product on your website. Once that happens, then you would have to email the team and then email the client saying, great, thank you so much for your order. Please allow us 72 hours to get your account set up. An account representative will be in touch with you soon. Something like that. That would be the way that you would handle it on the starter or unlimited plan. But if you've got the SaaS Pro plan, then what you could do is simply come in here and execute. Notice that these are a lot of the plans that we have. And I'm going to go over just real quickly how all this stuff works in here. But right now I have an automation services at $597. You don't have to do that. But if you wanted to, you could have a monthly and a yearly plan on your order form if you wanted to. But just notice, if you look back here, I don't have the yearly. I just have $247 per month. That's the only product in Stripe that I actually added to the form. But anyway, so right now, here's what you actually get with this. So right now, the sub account automatically created by HighLevel. You get the user that signed up. That account gets created. The email address is used to create their user account. A password is automatically generated, and that information is emailed to that particular person here, probably within, of course, depending upon system time, 5 minutes, maybe 10 at the most on that one. But you can still have a workflow get sent out saying, thank you very much for your order. Your login credentials should be sent to you in the next 5 or 10 minutes. If not, please check your spam and your junk folder, something like that in case it goes there. But what happens is that HighLevel will actually sit back and create their account using the security that you define inside of the plan. And I'm going to show you that here in just a second. So if you don't want them to have access to the website area or to funnels or to invoicing or to the communities area, you don't have to give them access to that. But inside of HighLevel, if you manually create the user account, you have to go through and press boxes. And I'm going to show you. Let me hop in and actually show you one of the plans. So let's just do the AI automation services. I'm going to click on edit, and I'm going to just show you some of the things that you could do here. So right now you've got just the name, and one of the things is the plan category. This is pretty cool. Let me just sit back and just really make a note about categories, because this right here can really mess you up when you first start out the SaaS Configurator plan. Meaning if you get started with this and you choose the wrong category, it can mess you up. And there's no way to change categories once you do this. You can't just switch categories. You have to delete the plan and recreate it again, which sucks, especially if you already have people on that plan. So right now, a category is just a way of defining what, for number one, what monetary system, what money you want to use. So each category, you could have US dues, you can have a pound, you can have whatever it is across the world, different kind of currency within each category. But the biggest thing is when somebody goes into their sub account and then they want to go maybe do an upgrade to buy a higher plan from you, or even downgrade to a lower plan, those plans have to be in the same category as the main plan you're in. So all the plans that you want to give somebody upgrade and downgrade access to need to be in the same category. That way, inside of their billing account, they will see upgrade to the higher level or downgrade to this plan, but they won't be able to see any plan in any other category. Now, this is why in this kind of services, when I'm doing AI services and Google review services, I only have one plan in there right now, but I also have the ability to sit back and change that to update that and include other plans in the future. But I created 2 categories, both of them having US dollars, but also having 2 plans, because for Google review services, I may want to have a different path for them who chooses to be able to upgrade and downgrade. But this way, if you put a SaaS plan in the same category, unfortunately, all these are going to be mixed together. So you could see AI and Google review services, and that's just not a good thing. So right now you could specify the pricing, both monthly and annually. You can specify your user limit, how many users they get. You can specify how many contacts they get. This is pretty cool. I don't too much care. I don't limit anything, so I don't turn any of those features on myself. But here's the option that I'm talking about here. So this right here is the security part that I talked to you about. So inside here, these are all the services that you're going to offer in HighLevel. Now with AI services, People don't need access to certain things inside of HighLevel to run AI services, but two-way text communication, Google Business, website chat, those things are going to be needed with AI services because you need the chatbot services and things like that. Facebook Messenger, reputation management. Now for this one, I may even just say, I'd leave reputation management in there. So if they want to upgrade later, we can. But if I wanted to, I could just simply say, boop, just uncheck that. And now the security, whenever that account's created, will not set them up for reputation management. That will not be something that they see on their menu option. Now, if you're doing this manually, this is something you have to go through and manually adjust. If you've ever set up a user inside of HighLevel and you set up the permissions and roles, you're going to have to go through and turn these things on, off, and be very granular about what they have access to. That really sucks. And the problem with that is that it's prone to errors because a human is going through, even if it's a VA following a standard operating procedure, that person can still make a mistake. And it's still going to be something that somebody manually has to do, which again is going to suck because it takes time. Whereas the SaaS configurator, nobody does anything. It's configured. All the security is done within HighLevel automatically. Nothing is in error. And within a few minutes, that person has their login credentials. They can begin logging in and doing work and using the service. And then at that point, you could follow up on the next business day to have them contacted and things like that. But bottom line is they got immediate access to your software product through HighLevel, which is awesome. Now, here's the kind of cool thing. You can do add-ons. Now, I'm going to blow this up a little bit just so we can see it better. But this right here, because these are AI services, I want to include AI Employee Unlimited inside of the software plan, meaning I don't want to charge the client for it. I'm going to be paying the $97 a month, which is why I'm charging $597, so that the $97 is a wash for me. I don't necessarily need to pay for that, but I'm making $500 every month off of it. You're not nickel and diming them for usage on the AI employee costs. So that's just me. As an add-on, I just include that and just up your AI services charge, subscription charge to include that. And that could just be something you said, hey, you get unlimited AI usage. But if you wanted to, you can include WhatsApp, you can include WordPress. All of these things are stuff that you could charge a customer, but you can also include in your subscription. And it makes it very easy because once you do this, you don't need to sit back and configure AI employee. You don't need to configure the unlimited plan. HighLevel will configure it in that sub account automatically for you. And you can move forward, which is awesome. Marketplace apps, if you ever wanted to install different marketplace apps, you can. But right here, if you wanted to, you can activate a trial period. I don't have any trial periods with me, but if you want to do a 7-day, 14-day trial, this is where you can turn that feature on and activate it, and then their card won't be billed until the activation trial period ends. Here you also see you can add credits. Now for this one, I do add for the $597, I give $20 a month in credits for text messages, phone calls, emails, things like that. But that right there, again, once they use that up, then anything beyond there will automatically be billed to their credit card. And then finally, the rebilling. This is where the big money maker comes in. Okay. So this is where you can make a huge amount of money with rebilling services. Now, let me show you what I mean by this. I'm only going to do one of these because I could be here for a long time looking this up. But right now, this is just a slider. Markup margin. I've marked mine up 3 times, which means whatever HighLevel charges me, I'm charging them 3 times that amount. It means I get 2 times that amount. Let's just say making phone calls. The charge from HighLevel is 0.014 cents, so 1.5 pennies per minute is what HighLevel charges you. Now, if you look at 3 times that amount, that right there, if you're looking at charge to the customer, 0.042, so it's 4.2 cents per minute. Again, not huge, not awful on that one. But at the same point, if once you get charged, you're going to be making 2.8 cents off every phone call that they make from the system. Or here, if they're receiving phone calls, you're making 1.7 cents. Now, that may not seem like a whole lot, but when you're doing tens and hundreds and thousands, and then maybe even multiple thousands across your customers, that right there adds up. And that's only one section of this. That's only phone calls. Keep in mind, look at all these things. You get email, workflow premium features, email verification, content, WhatsApp, review AI. All of these things are things that you can upsell them if you wanted to. Now, you don't have to. You can upsell on certain things if you wanted to, and just simply make one of these. If you look at domain purchases, for instance, I don't have any upsell on domain purchases if people do it because that's pricey. That's $1 a domain or something like that. So that's a pass-through. So if they buy a domain, I don't upcharge them anything for that. That's why it's 1x. So it's just whatever that's a pass-through cost. But this right here, if you did the math on this, I have another video I've done where I built a whole spreadsheet and showed you all the numbers that you can make on just typical usage from a business each month. That alone, the rebilling alone, the SaaS Configurator automation alone is worth $200 a month. That's not a lot of money when it comes to that level of automation and the level of rebilling to be able to make thousands of dollars every single month. Now, keep in mind with the other plans, Starter and Unlimited, you don't get this. This is only available on the SaaS Pro. So again, if you're looking to upgrade, click on my 30-day free trial link. There is an upgrade link in there if you already have an account. You get access to a bunch of my snapshots, a bunch of my bonuses, and access to me to be able to help you get this set up. But right now, there's a ton of things that you could simply do with the SaaS Configurator. These are just simple plans. Now, besides that, HighLevel also has several other things that you can do inside here that's pretty awesome. So if you look at some of the advanced settings, look at some of these things that you can do here. Now, if you've ever dealt with software as a service and things like that, you know sometimes people's credit card expires. What happens if the company changes the credit card number due to fraud? Then what happens is that next time your billing goes through, your billing is going to fail. You're not going to get paid. So what happens is that suspend sub-account when the SaaS subscription payment fails. So if it fails, it doesn't delete their account. What it does is shows them a little error message on there on the screen that says, your account has been paused. Please call support to help get your thing configured or whatever. And it gives a link right there where you can click on the link and actually update your credit card. So if they do, that's pretty common. So they'll just go in and put their new credit card information, their billing will get run, and then automatically they can get right back in and access their account. But all of that is automated. You do not get that. You do not get this kind of service with the other two plans, only with Agency Pro. And there's more. Besides this, allow sub-account admins to upgrade their subscription. Again, this is one of those things that only available to Agency Pro. So you can actually have an admin buy another plan directly within their same account. Here you can do other things. You can adjust the categories that you see right here, adjust the names and remove them if you wanted to. Right now, some of the security things that's pretty cool in here is right now, I put this on my account because I had some fraud coming in. People were, some reason, were logging into my account, creating sub-accounts with a fraudulent credit card. And you have to know, if you're going to be doing this for a while, that it's going to be obvious that when somebody uses a credit card and they just buy stuff and they don't respond to you and the name is really weird and they don't respond to your text message or your calls. Basically, what you don't want to do is you don't want to have somebody come in here with a stolen credit card, hop into your account, start charging $5.97 a month for AI services, start sending out hundreds of thousands of emails, text messages and things like that, and then come to find out a week or two later that the credit card was stolen and all charges are going to have to be refunded, which means now you're out money. So if you wanted to, you can simply do where it says pause new accounts. So again, this right here is not completely automated, but right now if somebody were to go to your website right here and buy this, their account would get created, their user account would get created, but their account would be paused. Very similar to this one right here where they're suspended. Their account would be paused and they would actually show up down here on this new request list where you have to sit back and say approve or deny. And this right here is just a way for you to sit back and if somebody did create an account, then you could just simply say, okay, great. The account's created. All that stuff is automated, but I'm going to come in here and verify that this is an account. This means that you can call the customer, you can talk to them, verify everything is good, and then approve that. And then they can log in if you wanted to. If you don't want to do that, just simply untoggle this. And then if you wanted to, you can set up the two-factor authentication. HighLevel is really good about that. Right now, as far as configuring, here's one of the things that really is awesome because SaaS Configurators actually went to a version 2 of this. This is actually a part of the version 2. Where now you can actually use payment processors other than Stripe actually in the customer's account. So it doesn't require all of your customers to have a Stripe account. They can have authorized.net, they can have PayPal, they can have any one of those other ones. But right now you do have to configure their account here inside of this setting by just simply clicking on add new right here, add their sub account, and then they now have the right to change their billing practice on how they get payment at the sub account level. And now they can manage all that at the sub-account level. Now, here's something that's been around for a little bit, cancellation settings. And again, I'm just going to explain what this is. I'm not really going to go into all the settings, but let's just say somebody wants to cancel the service. If you've ever heard of a cancellation funnel, or if you've ever wanted to cancel a subscription service, they're always going to say, hey, let me cut your subscription in half. So they always want to do something, but this is HighLevel's way of allowing people, if they do cancel, to sit back and ask why, gather information, try to sit back and help them understand and be able to try to recover from that. Being able to do things like enable discount offers. Like right now, turning that on and you can have, hey, take advantage of the discount offer. Then you can have a funnel set up where actually it takes them over to the funnel. And then at that point, they could sit back and downgrade and move to a different plan or something like that if you wanted to. But that's pretty cool. And again, you've got your downgrade settings and then your automations tab. But these are the things that are inside the SaaS Configurator for just $200 more than the main plan. You get all of this. You get all of the automation from somebody purchasing this Saturday, that account automatically being created. They get access to it. Your team follows up on on Monday with it. But now as many people can just log in and actually set up their accounts and get everything done without you having to do anything manually, you might very well be less prone to errors of inputting their name wrong, their email address wrong, things like that. Because when humans do it, there is error. It will happen. But now that you have HighLevel's automation, this is why I think the SaaS Configurator is the biggest automation tool inside of HighLevel, and it's highly unused when people are looking to actually sit back and scale. But if you're looking to go out there and market and actually push people into your website, push people into your funnel, whatever it is you want to do, this right here is the ultimate tool for scalability to actually sit back and grow and just simply scale and just have people just buy your product. And then at that point, all you have to do is just simply deal with the onboarding. And as a matter of fact, let me just show you if you wanted to come in here. I'm going to show you, you would set up something very similar to this workflow here, where you would just simply come in and say, okay, I had the order submitted. So you would do an order submitted. It would be on your funnel or website. So any order that's placed on that particular website would trigger this workflow. Once it's triggered, then this right here is your onboarding form. This right here could be where you notify a team member, notify whoever needs to be done. You could send them out an email. One of the emails would just be a welcome email saying, hey, welcome so much. Thank you so much. Before we can continue, I need for you to click on the link below and provide the information to us so that we can get your account set up, begin looking over your business so that we can get a good idea of where you're at in order for us to proceed moving forward. Now, what does that funnel look like? Once you do all this, you can create the workflow to do whatever you want to, but then you would have a funnel, something similar to this, where you would have just a link to this particular input form. But anyway, you would have an input form on there, on this one, where you would gather information like the business name, all your social media accounts. You would have your Google Business Profile link. You can ask them for their Google Business Profile username and password. And then all of those have custom fields that are stored inside of their customer account. So then when they sit back and they post the order form, which gathers all the basic information that you would need, you would simply go to your client onboarding call. It just simply loads up a calendar. Once it loads up a calendar, this calendar automatically is set to go, let's just say 5 days out, just to give your team enough information to process the information, to look over the account and to have the account rep, whoever it is, get ready for that particular phone call. The bottom line is they can schedule an onboarding call. Then once they have an onboarding call, then they come to a welcome screen. The welcome screen typically would just give them some basic information about, here's the next steps regarding your account. And typically I like to just do a video. The video would just simply come through and say, hey, welcome. Thank you so much. And this could be like the owner or something like that. Here's the next step that's going to happen in this process. That way, when somebody orders something, they feel they know what's going to happen over the next few days. And it would just be a video just saying, hey, we're going to please, you fill out the onboarding form above. Our team is going to be spending the next couple of days looking over that information, looking over your Google Business Profile, looking over your business website and things like that we can do for improvements and get ready for your onboarding call. Once you have your onboarding call, then we're going to be able to develop a business plan and get you all set up. Something like that, but at least lets people know. And once you gather all the information, then really it's just a matter of just simply onboarding them. Now, one of the cool things that I did not mention here that was pretty cool is inside of the SaaS Configurator, if you have people, let's just say if you want to have the same snapshot, if you're familiar with snapshots, and if not, just think of it as like a container that has a bunch of pre-built items like automations and review configurations and websites and funnels or something like that. You can copy all of that information into every new account that you set up, making it that much faster to onboard and get set up. The cool thing about it is if you come into edit details, this right here is, I forget where it is, like features, I think. So right here at the very top, you can actually attach a snapshot. So click on here, attach one of your snapshots that you have. And then that snapshot, once the account is created, that snapshot will then be deployed to that particular sub account. Again, saving time, energy, and effort. And if you wanted to, you can even create some custom menu links for them as well for like support or things like that. Or if you have some other tools that you want to give them access to. So there's a bunch of cool stuff inside of this automation tool, which is why I think it's the best so far. If you're looking at growing your business, you've got all this kind of stuff coming out. But right now, this is still one of the coolest, one of the core business automations that really can help you scale once you actually get it set up, because it's completely automated. And no matter where you do it at, you can use the same SaaS product on your website, the same SaaS product on your funnel, the same SaaS product on your webinar. You could do anywhere. You could sell the same product. And as soon as that product is sold, then the SaaS Configurator automatically does everything that it does, and all of it for $200 a month. So if you learned something from here, click on the leave me a comment. Let me know what you've learned. I appreciate it. And again, if you're looking to upgrade, there's a 30-day free trial link. If you don't have an account, you at least get 30 days to play with this. And if not, you can just simply click on the upgrade link there and then you can upgrade to the Agency Pro. Thanks so much for hanging in there with me and have a great day.